Hey, what's going on, guys? Double 18 Set Shadow here. We've got a smaller pool of cards to look through this time, as compared to last time where there was a lot to cover with Uma Musume having been out for about a week. But things have just kind of settled down, and there haven't been as many changes on the market outside of a lot of drops that happened with the Uma Musume set. And everything else has stayed relatively stable. And in terms of the competitive field, the only things left now are the last-minute qualifiers for the World Tournaments that will happen in Japan, and those will run up until the end of January. We only have a few that are going to happen over here in America, but there are a few that are happening outside the border as well, so you have a few opportunities, but the thing is, Worlds also take place almost soon after, so you would have to consider that you would have to push hard to make sure you get your tickets to go to Japan after that. But just keeping that all in mind, prices have not really been moving too much and mostly have been moving down as far as it's going right now. First thing we're going to cover today is the foil version of Fairy Circle, which has been seeing ups and downs as we go, and right now it's more on the downside, where we have a lot of listings that are closer to $2, and this card has a market price around the $4 mark. In the past, it's been able to get up to $10 in terms of listings, but sales have not been able to hold at that point. And in the current state of things and the format, I don't think you're as likely to see Fairy Circle get played as much. I mean, I still play it in my current build, but to be fair, I just went to a showdown yesterday and lost miserably, so there's still work for me to do when it comes to Forest Craft. Moving into a few promos, I want to cover the two big ones, or I should say, used to be the two big ones that came out of Set 1's promo packs. We have the evolved form of Floral Fencer, which is still managing to hold above $1 right now, actually closer to $1.50. It does have a lot of quantities available, and its market price is around $2. Yeah, but it's on a downtrend, and there really isn't a case where we have a promo that's on an uptrend right now. Another one that has really fallen off, though, is Dragon Warrior, which was also one of the bigger ones to pick up back when Set 1 first released, and now it's lower than Floral Fencer. You can pick this up at 35 cents, 40 cents, and then it eventually gets its way back up to $1, but there are lots of quantities available for under that, so it's an easy pickup if you still want a foil version of this card as opposed to just a non. Then we've also got Chellia Tia, which has been holding on its price quite a while. This one has not really budged from around $5. Most listings, or I should say, a lot of quantity is available at $5 right now and just gradually moves up into the 7s. Tia is one of those that will probably see play for a little while given its combo ability and easy cost. And ultimately it can really widen the board for play. And so, while it's not an incredibly big card, it just manages to keep its value as it goes. The evolved form of Leonidas is also holding its value. It is still one of the key cards for mid-range swordcraft, and being an evolved gold, it's going to maintain a lot more value. Right now, it's still around $4, still being bought for around $4, and yeah, listings are pretty much all around that price, so it hasn't really budged that much. I mean, you take a look at market price on this one, it was in the $3 range back in September, but otherwise it's just kind of been moving around $4 this whole time. So while the graph does look like it's spiking, it's not an incredibly huge amount of money. Then you've got the token for Hellflame Dragon. I just noticed that this has a base listing of 30 cents and the market price is actually 40 cents. This one can only be picked up in Set 2 right now. And looking at listings on this one, there are only a few around 30 cents, and then it's 50 cents and then $1. And then we take a look at the ones that have solid shipping costs, and we do have a few 40-cent ones across here. So while not too expensive, it is one of those tokens that does at least have a little more value, even if it's just change. We never really went through the starter deck for Uma Musume, so I wanted to take a quick look through how cards are looking here. Do keep in mind that a lot of the legendaries that you pick up from the set also come in this deck, but they only come as one-ofs. Special Week, Silent Suzuka, Tokai Teo, for instance, all are legendaries in the actual set, but they only come as one-ofs. And right now, let's see, Special Week and Teo are around $3. Suzuka is expensive, though, where it's $6 to pick that one up. And typically you'll want 3 copies of that when you're playing Forestcraft. The carrots are also in here, and they start at around $1. But of course, I feel like you can just go to the one from the booster pack and get it cheaper. And of course, you want to take a look at the versions from the booster pack in comparison before you start buying any of these as singles, because it's more than likely that the one from the booster pack will be cheaper. The legendaries are a toss-up as to whether or not they'll be cheaper. Then we've got Ogrey Cap, which is at 25 listings and around $15 right now. It's still selling pretty well around that rate and has a lot of listings all around the first page. You've got $15 to $16, leaving a lot of room to be able to pick this up when you need to. And the final item is the booster pack version of the non-Evo of Silent Suzuka, which is also around the same price as the base of the trial deck. You can pick it up for $6.50 to $7, and there are a good amount of copies available to grab at these prices. What's hilarious is that, at least for me, I opened 6 boxes of this set and a few extra booster packs from tournaments, and I have not pulled a single copy of this. Just a little fun fact for me, especially as a Forestcraft player. I don't know how I didn't pull any of this. My friend pulled pretty much all of them, and so I ended up having to trade from him. Whereas in my case, I pulled a lot of duplicates from the boxes I streamed. It's interesting to see that I did not get as much of a diverse amount of cards in the legendaries. I just don't, it's weird. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.